Hello and welcome to Pots and Trowels. Well, we're going to have a quick look at gooseberry pruning today. It's a question that I'm often asked: how do you prune your gooseberries? And they are really simple to prune. What you've got to bear in mind is with the gooseberries, we try to build up a framework of permanent branches that gives the plant the structure, and then all the side shoots, we trim them back to keep it compact. We also want to keep the centre of the bush open if possible, so we get that air circulation. So this is quite an old one, but it's been pruned on a regular basis, which has kept it in good healthy condition. First thing we always do, whatever we're pruning, is if there's any dead in there. And I've noticed in the bottom of this there are one or two dead stems in the bottom. In fact, these are just breaking off down there, so we can see there's some little dead bits. So I'm just going to get the secateurs in and just give those a prune. Bear in mind that gooseberries are prickly. Now, I'm going to get the pruners in there just to take that noggin out. It's always good to take things like that out, because then it encourages some new growth from below. And we can see that has again opened up the centre of the bush there. If you've got quite a lot of old growth in it, and a lot of this isn't too old, again, I'm going to take just a small percentage of the old wood out. So we're just going to cut that piece there. So that lets a bit more air in there, and I'm going to take maybe this piece out down here. Again, that will then allow for some new shoots to grow from the base. So we can go around and do that around the bush just to open it up a little bit. So we're only taking a small percentage of the old wood out. And then what we tend to do, where we've got these, this is new growth from last year. So what I'm going to do with those is I'm just going to shorten them back. So you can see it's got quite a lot of extension growth. Doesn't matter that the buds are coming out further up. We're just going to trim those back, and that is creating our spurs. So it is really just a tidy up, working our way round like that. And it just keeps it in control. It's going to make it much easier for us to then pick the gooseberries. And what it will do is encourage some extension growth, which we can then do a little bit of summer pruning. And if you can see on that one there, if I just do these few at the front by shortening those bits back, that is really sort of making it nice and compact, but still nice and twiggy. So we're going to get lots of fruit in there. And I then just need to work my way around doing that all the way round. Again, if you find a little area that you think is a little bit congested, and I've got an old piece there that's looking as if it needs taking out, so I'm going to get the secateurs right down in the base, take that old damaged piece out there, and again it just opens it up a little bit. What we want to be able to do is, of course, be able to get in to pick the gooseberries. So anything that's growing very close to the ground, again, we can thin those out, just take them out. It's all about the shape, really. We want that lovely round shape with a hollow centre. So we're getting round it now. As you can see, we've sort of gone round this section just here, taken out some of the old. I'm still looking at this branch here, and we can see this one. This has got some of the remains of last year's fruit on it just here. But again, this is probably now the oldest stem in this bush. Everything else is younger. We can tell by the colour it's a much darker brown. It's lost the spines on it, whereas the younger ones are very thorny. And I am just sort of looking at it and imagining what it would look like without it. And although it's a biggish branch, if I cut that one down fairly low, it will encourage some nice, strong, vigorous growth that will replace it and fruit the following year. So I am actually going to take that out, and I'm just going to slide my pruners in and cut it out a couple of inches from ground level, so some buds will grow. So as you can see, taking that out, but that now to me has given that a much better shape, and it will encourage some strong growth from the base that will fill in that gap and then make a healthier plant. So we're basically renewing the old wood and encouraging some new wood to fill its space. So I don't really think that needs much more off that. I think we've taken quite enough off it. We've left enough wood on there that will produce fruit, taken enough of the old out, and I think come summer that will still have a good crop of gooseberries on it. Thank you for watching Pots and Trowels. Remember, all the videos we've done in the past you can find on YouTube. And don't forget our new podcast. I'll be back again with you soon in the garden. Bye.